Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Arizona will boot it away to start this one. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff cover. Stopped at the 17. Offense getting set for first down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw. It's Milroe. He's got his man. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
Second down coming up. They're going to throw it again. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Alabama pushing the tempo.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. And they got him for the sack. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes a connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. He'll come out throwing on first down. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Ball in the air, intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Pressure coming. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. So now they're staring at a second and long from their 20. They go to the ground. On the move is the 30. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Williams. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. On fourth down, going to the air. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. They'll ride the hot hand. And nowhere to go this time, and he couldn't follow up the big run with another.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Makes his connection. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! What a catch and run for 6. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Coming out with it, it's Patterson. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure.
And that pass picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Keeps the legs moving. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Now adjusting. Looking for the score. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities.
Holds it in on the left. And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Yeah, what a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a one-score game. Now in the second half, we can come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Smashes through the tackle. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Arizona right back to the line. To throw, it's Fafita. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
From the gun on third down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Well, it's third and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on fourth down.
Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go right back to him. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Now the toss. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Leaves it with the back. Powers through the defender. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out of the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 14, Arizona 7.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown tie! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. To the air, it's Fafita. Going up top. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after. Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoff. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Buckeyes will kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone. It's Massey. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
Hits the accelerator to the right. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Houston.
You want to
talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the offense on first down. Give to the running back. Hard running there. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. Comes out throwing on first down. Pulls it in. It's Ibuka. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always...
Unleashes one deep. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Touchdown, Ohio State. Number 4.
They'll line up to go for 2. Power ahead. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and with that, they take the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Massey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next.
Got a lot of running room. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory, now 1st and 10 from their own 45. The short hands, it's Carr.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really 4-down territory now. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
Man, sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
Feeling some heat. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
And the spin move bought him a little time, just not a lot of yardage. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry up. On third down, going up top. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. He looks that one in nicely. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is good.
Houston, 7.
The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Sets a kickoff.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. He clearly doesn't believe in punting, going for it this close to his own end zone. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that...
Running toward the tape. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Cougars have their offense in high gear. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Smith wants to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
They keep attacking through the air. Makes the catch. It's Carr. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down.
Offense facing fourth down.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Incomplete. The defense. Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, and the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. And that pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick 6 early, put yourself in a hole. Not good.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Back to throw, it's Drones. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops the throw. He lofts one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. On the ground, it's Henderson. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. Fighting off the defender. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking to throw, it's Drones. Dances away to buy time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Number 33 in the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Ohio State 14, Virginia Tech 7.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Catch in the middle. It's Judkins. Powers through. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. First down here for the offense.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, Virginia Tech 7.
New set of downs after that completion. The give on the inside. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Buckeyes in the hurry up. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Trying to pound it in. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Trying to break the plane on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Lining up to add another. Right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Makes the catch on the left. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, the quarterback let his target too much on that outbreaking route. I think in the future, just trying to put it on his front shoulder makes it a lot easier to make the catch.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Going for 6. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, looking at second down. Looking downfield, it's Drones. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often.
That QB is lucky that ball wasn't picked. You just cannot lob the football, especially when you're throwing it down the middle of the field like that.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off.
That's the end of the first half, with the game tied.
And the Hokies will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ballard. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Looking for a man. It's Howard. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Line getting set on second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move him back. And now on second down for this offense. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Gonna take a shot at this DB. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. It'll be third and short from their own 33. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ibuka. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Got it past the marker. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were. Because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Back to the ground game on the left. Still running at the 40. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Ohio State. And that one will put him up here in the second half. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And he finished things off racing 53 yards for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't win.
Can anyone catch him? The 40. At the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Hokies. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback checking the play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it on the left. The expressway is wide open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got loose, it was all over. My philosophy philosophy on going for two is only when you have to.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there.
First and 10.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They'll leave it with him. Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry. Linebackers trying to create some confusion.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 27, Virginia Tech 21.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Back to throw, it's Drones. Intercepted. Now the offense will try to run out the clock with the lead. Wide out in motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. Discards a man. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Going deep, and the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Drones. Makes the pass. Complete to the left. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with the big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Line gets set, first down. He'll start this drive firing. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. A first down for the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment, trying to seal the edge on the right. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Howard. Throws toward the end zone. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down.
I can't believe it. He had a chance to just end the game right there. If the defender makes the catch in the end zone, up a possession, this is ball game. But because he put it on the ground, this offense still has life.
Unloads to the wideout. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. Slams ahead. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
They'll try to pin them back for this kickoff and then have the defense put the finishing touches on a win. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He's looking to throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. A deep throw as the clock winds down. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one, as they'll come up short in this game. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the East Carolina Pirates, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start. Their own 25. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll run it from the gun. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to look.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Hauser. Floating away. Throws to the wideout. And that ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Alabama quickly back to the line. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, just keeps firing. Throwing right. Makes the catch. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama! They want to see if they can score the deuce. With jet sweep pass. And he'll be brought down.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot, just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory? Looking to throw it again. And that pass intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that intercept.
Going for the big play. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. And here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He lets one fly deep. Touchdown, Alabama! What a grab and go for the score. Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Gators will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. I know he thinks he can house every return. You just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Offense set on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the passing attack, they were going to attack all areas of the field, and right out of the gate, first drive, they go deep down the middle of the field, and they come up with a big one.
Looking to pass, it's back. Coming after it. And the quarterback is snowed under. Georgia going up tempo. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that can really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The offense stays on the field. Opening drive, still in their own territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll immediately call timeout. They are trying to set the tone on the opening drive of the game. They could punt, pin them back deep. Instead, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Taking it the other way. The 20. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
The offense set for a first down play. He wants to throw. He makes the connection. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gators! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go.
Looking deep. Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well, and you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D tackle. Coach Spurrier.
He'll take a shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the catch, he's got enough. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to Johnson. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Leaves it with the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Georgia, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield, it's Beck. It's complete to the right. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there.
Florida 10, Georgia 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback checking off. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab. It's Lovett. They get him down after he makes the catch. Last time these two met, the big dogs ate as Georgia rolled easily.
And taking care of business in a rivalry game like they did, it means a lot. The bragging rights are even better. I can talk about stomping you out. Speaking of stomp, 2007, Mark Richt getting the team to run on the field, celebrate. Those are the moments that you think about in this series that mean so much.
Yeah, we talked to the Gator coaching staff. They said it felt like Herschel Walker was back toting the rock for the Bulldogs. I mean, they had no answer for Georgia's running game a season ago. Defensively, the Gators know they've got to be a lot more physical in this one.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. The aerial assault continues. They're trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He unleashes a long one. He's got it on the right. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's first and 10. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Across the 25, he's got room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Now inside the 20, first and 10 from the 18. That's caught. It's Evans. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now it's second and goal. Quarterback will audible. Scanning the field, it's back. Getting some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
The Gators racing to the line in a hurry up. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really nice run there, good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Trying to find his man in the middle. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out,
going to throw it over the top of the D. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this 2nd half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the 2nd half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And they can't make the connection.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. They're working that left side. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! As Florida fans like to say, come on, Gators, get up and go. And they're starting to go and run away from the Dogs.
It's great to be a Florida Gator. The Gators showing off the speed now, running away with this thing in the 2nd half. We're just seeing all the talent that they've been able to recruit down in Gainesville.
Yeah, they've been recruiting talent. You think about Steve Spurrier had such a great run with Florida as a head coach. They're taking care of business today. They're not making this look like much of a rout.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Lovett. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great, I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw, it's back. He lets it fly. He's got it down the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. The tackle is finally made.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Couldn't get anything done on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll fire to his right. Underneath toast the coverage. Got it deep downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Georgia going up tempo. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
It's now 2nd down.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Glagway. Firing to the right, complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
The end of the third quarter with the score, Florida 17, Georgia 6.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Using the quick game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Try to get it on the ground. Fights off a defender. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. To the air. It's Glagway. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Looking down the middle. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive. He's not able to come up with it.
Quarterback checking the play. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And a big return after... Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Texas State Bobcats, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bobcats will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Able to find enough room to get it.
At the 26.
25, he's brought down at the 26. Offense getting set for first down. Receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to go up top on first down. Coming out aggressively. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. That is what we call in the industry a rather inauspicious start.
No doubt. And just the quarterback and his receiver not on the same page on that throw. You're trying to come out in the game. You're trying to set the tone.
And it's hauled in at the 10. Touchdown, Bobcats. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like, the quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
To the air, it's Milroe. Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And he intercepts it. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete on the right side. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Looking to throw on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's third and long from the 28. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas State 7, Alabama 0.
Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play. Third and goal coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And they'll close in.
Can you please play a me next? You're a great player. Can you please play a me next? You're a great player. Can you please play a me next? You're a great player.
Back deep, make you throw the ball underneath, but, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
Going up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Crosses to 40. great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed.
Nothing but green ahead. The 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Looking for the two-point try. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he gives them the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Back to throw, it's McLeod. He's going for the big play. And the ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
First down for this offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, look out on the right. The 20. He's at the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown Tide.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the right. He gets there. Two-point conversion is good, and the lead now stands at 9. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Texas State has the football back and they'll go on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And lets it fly. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got room, and the ball's on the ground. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, you know, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
Makes the grab. It's Anderson. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Bobcats will try to move the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Timeout, Texas State.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
Respond here in the chat. Will you play me or not and drop your gamer tag? Please.
Hey guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Looking to throw, it's McLeod. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Trying to take it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 16, Texas.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off.
Number 86 sets to kick this one.
He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having to lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
He wants to throw here on second down. It's caught downfield. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. The Bobcats want to pick up the tempo. Back to the air one more time. Grabs it in the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Wants to throw. It's McLeod. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. On 4th down, going to the air. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Plows through the defense. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They want to get this defense on its heels.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Fires toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch. A 3rd and long coming up here. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. To throw, it's McLeod. Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Here's the score. Alabama 16.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Timeout, Alabama.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Runs through the tackle. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. And the Bobcats moving quickly to the line. He'll just keep slinging it. Fires to the middle. Finds a man on the left. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Bobcats are rolling down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Fakes his man out. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. And the Bobcats getting set on 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Lets it go to the end zone. Got it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallow.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas State.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 15, here's the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Here comes that Alabama offense. And right now, you still have a 2-point lead, David, but you have to be aggressive.
And don't let that scare you, right? You've been executing offensively. You still got the lead, Jesse. No need to panic.
Yeah, and this is where your leaders on offense really have to step up. They got to keep everybody calm and make sure everyone's on the same page here on this drive.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air, it's Milroe. He spins that thing down the middle. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Oh, my goodness. What you couldn't do. Make this mistake late in the ballgame. Now, your defense better go bail you out and make a play because that was a critical turnover.
Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but
Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Texas State. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. And here's the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Back to throw, it's Milroe. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Hale. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Fourth down, gotta have it here. They're bringing heat. Escapes trouble. Steps away to find some room. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. It's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
He's taking the deep shot. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. And he's brought down after a huge completion. You know, there's no